Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Lucas Tindell Live. We're here for another great live episode today. I have some great guests in the house once again. Today, we have not just one, but two guests here with us today. They're going to wow you with their story. When you see what they've been able to accomplish in a short amount of time, you're going to be blown away. When you see the entrepreneurial spirit that they have, it's really, really, really going to encourage you and let all you entrepreneurs out there know that you can do it, you can make it. Um, just the right thing, just the right dream, just the right attitude, just the right grind. You put that recipe together and you can have something great. These gentlemen today are going to share their story. So we're really, really, really excited about that. As you guys join the broadcast, we want to thank you guys for being here. If you're live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Periscope, we just want you to feel welcome in the room today. Please feel free to leave your comments, show some love, share this broadcast. If you're watching this broadcast by replay or listening to this as a podcast, we also want to welcome you to this show today. We are so glad to have you, and we're so excited about the show we're going to have today. People are already coming into the room. I can see you coming in. Thank you, those who are leaving comments already. We are really excited. We're going to start with a video here in just a minute, and we're going to play a couple videos throughout. It's going to be really, really cool. You guys are going to get to see something really cool tied to some big brands today. We're going to talk about a brand that has been picked up and supported by a couple huge iconic brands that you guys are going to recognize, tied to some huge iconic stars. You're going to see that. They've been published in some of the biggest magazines in the world and some of the biggest news publications: New York Times, USA Today, Inc. Magazine, and so many other places. So you guys are in for a treat. I welcome you into the broadcast tonight. You guys don't want to miss this. Again, if you're watching this by replay, stay with us tonight so you can check this out and you can get this great information. So today, yesterday, I talked to you guys as stimulus checks are coming in. You may be watching this 2-3 years from now. We are right now living in the COVID-19 corona crisis right now in America and around the world. We're being asked to quarantine ourselves in our house. And right now, I know that there's entrepreneurs like myself who are building their businesses. They're taking this time, they're taking this opportunity to go be great. You guys are going to hear some more about going to be great today by our special guest, but they're using this time better than ever. So I want to encourage everybody out there who's watching. This is not a time to be sad. This is not a time to just sit around doing nothing. This is a time to get ready for your future. When work opens back up, every business is not going to be the same. They're not going to open back up and invite everybody back in. They're going to have to deal with social distancing. They're going to be asking people to wear masks. They're going to be telling some people to continue to work from home. And some people, they're going to say, I'm sorry, but we no longer need you. And the question is, are you going to be ready when the doors open and the sunlight hits your face and everybody can come out? Are you going to be positioned to have the business or have the success that you want? It starts right now. I said it yesterday to everybody out there getting stimulus checks. Make sure you're using those stimulus checks to stimulate the economy of your life, of your house, of your children, of your family. Make sure you are making some wise investments. And I just want to shout out to our first major sponsor. We have our first major sponsor now, Health Matching Account. Health Matching Account is a wonderful, wonderful service that allows individuals to double their healthcare savings to save for a rainy day like now. There are so many people who are impacted by the coronavirus who are going to come home to insurmountable bills. Now, I know the government has promised to pay for portions and health insurance companies have promised they're going to pay for this and they're going to pay for that, but there's no way they're going to pay for all these costs of people being in hospitals for days and weeks and months. So I want to encourage you guys, check out Health Matching Account. I'm going to put the link in the comments below. I'll put the link in the YouTube videos. I want you guys to come through me, and I want to link you up through Health Matching Account as a sponsor of this show. So we're so excited about that. I'll be sharing more information with you about that. We are really excited to have our first sponsor here on the Lucas Tindell Live Show. So let's get started tonight. Let's get I want to start off with a little video. You guys check this out. These are our special guests tonight. You guys are going to see a little bit about them before I bring them on. Let's check out this video.
What has made this country so amazingly successful has been that it was a land of entrepreneurs. It was a startup nation that long ago. Now, people are actually having trouble building new businesses. And so cities are starting to grow their own. They're saying, hey, we don't need to wait for a big business to come here. We can actually take the people and the assets and the talent we have in our communities and build from the grassroots up.
Seven floors started at a time. We were at a crossing point in life.
I was broke.
I was getting a pep talk from my mom. I was at a point in life where she was like, what are you gonna do with your life? I'm like, oh gosh, I need something to go right for me at this point in my life.
I was fat.
Man, this is a good one to me right here. This was my first suit. One of my first suits. I wanted to be in GQ. So like designing clothes is something I always wanted to do.
I seen what the factory life did to my dad. My dad worked in a factory as a boilermaker. Because it was like, go to work, retire, die. I was like, Dad, like, you gotta do something more than this, man. Cause like, fixed income is not gonna cut it. So that's when I was like, you know what, in my mind, I was like, I need to be an entrepreneur.
This was the birthplace. Spent a lot of time in this garage.
I was printing t-shirts in my dad's garage for years.
We had two machines right here. We used to have like hair dryers to dry the shirts.
It was like a dream that kept failing, but I refused to give it up. When we first started off, we tried to get into stores. A store here was like, you guys won't make it, you guys won't be around. We were selling t-shirts on the streets.
Sometimes, it's up. Sometimes it's down. We've had weeks where we didn't make no money. That's just a part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it get rough. It get real rough.
We got a lot of naysayers and people saying we can't make it, and we can't make it in Akron because it's too small and things like that, but just keep going.
Most people think of entrepreneurship as the lone.
I want to welcome to the show today two friends of mine. I'm excited to bring you guys these gentlemen today, Mr. Frank and Fareez. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have Mr. Frank Miller III, and we have Mr. Preston Freeze Clark. I said to my man Freeze today, I said, hey, Freeze, man, when I met you, I was told this man's name is Preston. I was introduced to him. We were doing some business together, and they said it's Preston Clark. And then I heard people calling him Freeze. I was like, okay, I ain't your friend, I guess. I mean, what's up? Everybody calling you Freeze. And I said to him today, I said, so I've been calling him Freeze now. And I said, so does everybody call you Freeze? And what did you say?
I said my mama called me Freeze.
His mama called him Freeze. The man's name is Freeze. So we want to welcome Frank Miller III and Freeze Clark to the show. We're excited to have you. We have people on LinkedIn, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube live right now, tapped into the show. Excited to hear you guys' story. Gentlemen, Freeze, I'm going to go to you first. Tell us just a little bit about you guys' background. How did you guys meet? And then tell me the business that you guys formed together.
Okay, well, we met as children. My dad was a head football coach at a high school, North High School, and his dad was the personal trainer.
Shout out to Akron North.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Okay.
So me and Frank, we were the water boys. So he was like 7 and I was 10. And, they'll just boss us around. Hey, man, go get the water, make sure all the players is hydrated and, stay out the way. So that's how we met. And then eventually down the line, we hooked back up later in life. And Frank was always calling me with these money schemes. Like, hey, man, you want to do this? Let's wake up now. It's $100, man. Sign up right now. So, we did like a couple of them and they bombed.
Okay.
And then he called me like, hey, man, I got an idea. It was around the time the Cavs in the NBA finals. and it was like around game 6 of the finals,
Mhm.
and he was like, I got another idea, but I can't pay you. So I'm like, all right,
Here
what's
we
the
go
idea?
again.
Here we go again with these schemes, man. What's up?
Right, right. What you want to do? So let me throw it to Frank. So Frank, pick up the story right there. So you call him and you're like, "Hey man, I got another one of these ideas." And you know on the
Man,
other end of the phone, he rolling his eyes, right? You know he like, "Here we go."
oh man, I just knew he wasn't gonna call me back.
Right?
I was like, yeah, he ain't calling me back, man. We lost some money on the last one, so
He ain't falling for that again. Right.
but he called me back. I was like, look, man, I'm tapped out. I got no more cash, but trust me, this is gonna work. He's like, all right, I'll call you back later, man. Called me back the next day, man. We hooked up. Shows me this drawing shirt that says 2016 World Champs before they even played Game 7.
Tell
It
us
was
about that. All right, 2016 World Champs before they played Game 7. Now, some of our audience is from Northeast Ohio, so maybe they know what you're talking about. But others around the world may not know exactly how significant that is. What was the situation? What was going on during that time? Take
Cleveland.
us back.
If anybody knows anything about Cleveland sports, they have the worst um, luck when it comes down to win the championship or winning anything. Period. So I was like, man, we haven't been down here in 50 years. So we're in Game 6. I'm like, yo, let's make this shirt that already says we won. Either we're gonna win big or we're gonna lose big.
Uh-huh.
So he designs the whole shirt. I borrow 100 t-shirts from my mentor. He's like, what do you need 100 shirts for? I'm like, just trust me, man. Either way it goes, I gotta pay for them,
Right.
right? So like he gives me 100 shirts, man. 100 shirts turn into about 500 shirts in like the course of 3 days because we were up once they won. Well, I gotta tell you the story.
Yeah, tell us the story. Break it down.
So
You got to take
so
it
so
back.
so we're at LeBron James Arena over in Akron St. V High School where they went to high school at, and we're watching Game 7 after we
Yeah,
traded that ball.
they had the blow up
Yeah,
in the gym. So we watched it in the gym, and then it was media there too. It was like ESPN was there.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was all kind of media was there. So they won the game, and then somehow an ESPN reporter found me and saw the shirt, and they start asking questions, like put the mic in my face, like, "Hey, what are you doing with these championship T-shirts already? They just won." So
He's talk, he's talking to ESPN. I'm behind him selling T-shirts left and right. Like, man, get off ESPN, man, help me out. And we getting bum rush.
So you guys made it happen. This reminds me
It was
of
it
a
was a great feeling, man. Like we took a risk that turned into something. Our next project was nobody. If you would have told me what happened next after this, I would have told you you're smoking crack.
wow. Wow. Hey fellas, this
Can't hear you,
reminds
Luke.
me. Okay.
Luke, sir.
Back it. Freeze, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Hello.
Okay, Frank, you good?
Oh
It's okay. We can see you.
shoot. Hello.
We hear you. You there? Hey, we gotta have to text him and let him know. Okay, we hear you. You good, Frank?
Lucas.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Freeze.
Yep.
I don't
Hello.
think. All right, we'll get back with him. We'll get him back on the screen when he's ready. He'll have to go out and come back in, he'll be fine. Freeze, you got this for now. We'll get him back in there. But that was an incredible thing. It reminds me of one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite episodes, when my man Martin and Bruh Man was going to make T-shirts for the Whitney Houston concert, and they ended up making Whitney Hutton T-shirts and couldn't sell
Oh,
nothing,
man.
right? So
Took
y'all
it
was
back.
out there with your Whitney Hutton, y'all was out there with your Cleveland Cavs championship shirts that may have been a total bust, may have been a
Yep.
total waste, and yet you guys were able to turn those into a profit, and not only that, a profitable business. Is that where the business actually started? Did the business actually start in that St. V's arena that night watching Game 7?
No,
Yeah,
the
that was
no,
to me. That was the birth. That was like when we first started making money. The business might have started when we borrowed the shirts
Oh,
because that
okay.
that automatically put us in debt. So
that
that was when the business started. But the real business started. Once ESPN came over and people started seeing those shirts and buying them and handing us money. Like, oh man,
Right.
this is good. It's gonna work.
You start making
So
money, you start making a business. You realize it's happening. So that was a big deal. Okay, so Frank, you said it. You said if anybody had told you from that point where things would have gone, you wouldn't have believed them. So tell me
not one
what
bit.
was what was next? Was that like big enough to make you guys like, okay, this is our full time focus. We're good. What was that moment like? And then what happened next? What was the next step for your business?
So our next step was Freeze calls me. He's like, man, I got it. I'm like, got what, man? He's like, next big thing. I'm like, yeah, right, all right, whatever. Meet me at the office tomorrow, man. We'll go over it. We get to the office. He shows me this frog kissing the trophy wearing the Cavs jersey. I'm like, this is it. This is it. This is the best thing smoking. There it is, right
That
there.
picture right there.
Oh
yes,
my god.
sir.
So everybody, so next you're gonna ask us how we get the hat to LeBron. So we got a mutual friend, Willie McGee. Shout out to Willie McGee. He called to the office, like, man, look, got this hat. Is it possible that you can share this with all your boys, man, and see who likes it, see who doesn't? LeBron
Yeah,
and the whole crew hits back immediately with fire signs. Like, I need that right now. I'm like, oh, we give him like 7 hats. Like, here, man, you and the whole family, man.
Wow.
yeah, we hooked him up.
And so that investment, tell us the importance of being willing to invest in your own business by giving something away. Because y'all could have been like, well, no, we can't really afford to. We're in a tight spot or whatever. You guys made an investment in yourself. You believed in your own business, and that led to something. Tell the viewers out there, Freeze, why don't you tell them the importance of being willing to invest in yourself?
It's just like when you go to church and you tithing. You know what I mean? You got to give your percentage, and God gonna bless you with you know all the tools you need. It's the
Right.
same thing in business. You get the energy that you put out in the universe. So if you say, hey man, I got these hats, I'm gonna hook you up,
Yep.
that energy will return. You never know how it's gonna return or when, but it was a big payoff, and eventually, uh, it didn't happen overnight, like right away. We gave LeBron the stuff, and we just thought, like, oh man, he ain't gonna wear it. And then one day
Like,
we're at Earth Fair eating lunch,
Uh
and
huh.
somebody texts him like, "Look on Instagram," and then he pulls it up, and
And
LeBron's
boom.
on Instagram with the hat.
Right. And there you go.
man, that's the most craziest feeling in a lifetime.
Wow. So you guys are from Akron, but that didn't mean LeBron was your cousin. That didn't mean you actually was able to call or text LeBron. You just happened to know somebody that knew him, and you were able to give them something that they could take and possibly, maybe, just maybe, he would get it and he would wear it. And you guys struck gold. LeBron James puts it on. He puts it on Instagram not once but twice. I believe you said wasn't he seen on TV with it on.
Seen
Um,
he re-signed his contract in the hat too.
Wow.
It's $100 million contract. So
Back with the Cavs.
he did us a complete solid, bro.
Wow.
Complete solid, man. Like that showed Akron sticking together and Akron supporting Akron.
Right.
'Cause he didn't have to endorse our business, man. He didn't have to do what he did, man. He did it and showed big love, and it led to us going completely above and beyond, company wise, business wise, our connections now. Like it's all up.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I think it's important too to realize it's more than a game to LeBron, right? We're from Northeast Ohio. We know the I Promise School and the work that they're doing there. The test scores are off the charts for these young inner city kids. The
Hmm.
things he's doing for housing, for the parents and education, for the future of those students is phenomenal. LeBron James is not playing. It's he plays basketball, but he doesn't play when it comes to the game of life and supporting his community. And people from
Don't play
around
about
here,
them
we've
kids.
been seeing it for a long time.
Right. Since day one. And he didn't have to. Even like back in the day, like when he first went in the league, he had like a tournament in the middle of the hood, like brung T.I. He had him performing on the west side of Akron.
Right.
You know, basketball tournament, MTV, you know, the whole city came out. He's
Yeah,
been doing
literally.
stuff like that since day one.
Right. I love it. I think it's so important. And I think it's important for all of us to realize when we get where we're going, don't forget where we came from, right? When we
Right.
get where we're going, don't forget to look back and help somebody else out. And it's not about a handout, it's about a hand up. It's like, I don't have to, you're not charity because I'm helping you. You know, it's not that something's wrong with you because I'm helping you. I think it's so important. And to you two gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for being on my show today. I called you guys. It was like, no problem, no doubt. We'll be there, right? It was no question. So thank you guys so much. I really want to thank you for that.
Thanks
Man,
for
you're
having us.
welcome. Man.
Yeah. So all right. So we have. I just want to shout out some of the people commenting real quick. Again, to everybody watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Periscope, we want to welcome you to the broadcast. We want to thank you. We want to let you know, although we don't see you, we see you. We feel you. We know you're here. If you're watching this by replay, thank you so much for staying with us. If you've become a supporter of Lucas Tindell Live, I want to thank you all who have already signed up for our text group. If you haven't, please text Lucas Live to 31996. You want to become a part of the inner circle? You want to become a part of the exclusive club? In this group, we're going to be giving away free things. We're going to be doing giveaways. From our show last night, we will be sending out the recipes from Chef Steve Beatty from last night, as well as we're doing some giveaways with some of his merchandise. So make sure you guys have signed up for the text group. Don't worry, you're not going to get a bunch of texts from a bunch of people. You'll get texts from me as I send them out. Letting you know about promotions from our sponsors and letting you know about other great things that have to do with the show. So please join the inner circle by texting Lucas Live to 31996. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate that. And to those in the house making comments, we want to thank you guys for being here. Ebony Akron, we see you. Thank you so much for being here. Andrea, thank you for being with us this evening. Steady followers and supporters, Tyler Thatcher, always with us. Damon Thomas, we appreciate you being with us tonight. Freeze, you threw something on there. I like y'all. Y'all like how that works? He was with us already, ready to roll. My man, Jesse Brown says, Freeze is a legend on the music side. Well, we got something for you today, Jesse. Actually, I want to play you guys a little something and show you guys that these guys don't just do clothing. These gentlemen also have some musical abilities that we're going to share with you guys today. And I want to talk to them a little bit about that, about how do you do multiple things. So, gentlemen, think about that as I set this up. How is it that you guys have been able to do so many things and have such a diverse skill set? So we'll play this video here for our audience so that they can see what else you gentlemen are able to do. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Fire! You know what flow we on? The 7th. Come on. Right about now, it's time to crank it. Turn it all the way up. Boss status. 5-star plates, man. Worldwide with it. Came from nothing.
Yeah.
From the base. Righteous. Get 'em. From AK to the bay.
Righteous, fully automatic mouthpiece. You wanna make it, you gotta get off the couch, G. Frank started in the basement. Now I'm about to ball, you can check the rotation. Patience, haters try to hit me with a flagrant. Now I'm out in Silicon Valley migrating. New tax bracket trying to get some new neighbors. 7-4 clothing, dropping new flavors. Me and my dog, a circle real small. Trying to avoid the long arm of the law. Crawl to your ball from a student to a master. Frank gon' preach, I should be a real pastor. Facts.
Why is they barking, knowing they don't know? Started from the basement, now it's the 7th floor. Grind till you shine, always on time. Got my mind on my money, money on my mind. Why is they barking, knowing they don't know? Started from the basement, now it's the 7th floor. Grind till you shine, always on time. Got my mind on my money, money on my mind. Freeze, I'm well status and wave splashing. I'm thinking of 7 ways to get paid faster. To find artists, when we dine, we 5-star. Celebrating success because we grind hard.
All right. We gotta cut it. Y'all out here killing it out here. Okay, that ain't just some dudes that make clothes that had a couple dollars and was like, hey, can we get a couple minutes in the studio? And y'all had some friends with a computer and a speaker and some junk. Y'all can really do it, man. How did you guys start doing music? Was that first or did that come second? How did that all come together?
Man, I've been doing music for a minute, like as far as just really being in the game and traveling and doing shows. And I probably worked with some of the best artists in the world down from, I did a song with Howard. I even did a song with Howard Hewitt from Shalimar.
Wow.
It was another Akron legend.
That's right.
I've worked with a lot of good artists.
You told me, did you do some work with Master P back in the day? Who have you worked with? Tell us a couple names of the people you worked with.
I did do a show. I did a show with Master P a few years back, and it was cool. He was a cool cat. It wasn't just Master P. It was a big show. It was Master P, Juvenile, the Locks, all 3 of them. 8 Ball and MJG. It was like a classic show.
Legends, right?
Yep. So it was a big show, but I got some friends I came up with, Pacino and Young Bossy, who was also a great independent artist.
Okay, some people shouting them out. Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Jesse Brown, my man. Y'all know Jess, man. He knows what's going on. Jess knows what's going on the underground music scene in Northeast Ohio and around the country and probably around the world. He's a big supporter of everything, man. Good friend of mine. So he definitely knows what you're talking about there. So that's awesome. So Frank, Freeze, you know Freeze since y'all were kids. You obviously knew he was involved in music. How did you get involved? And you just learned to rap one day real quick because he was doing it? Because it looks like you can flow too. So what happened?
No, I mean I used to rap back in the day, but I was like, man, ain't no money in this. I was like, I was like, ain't no money in this, bro. I gotta go do something better, man. It's taking up too much of my time, and I'm not seeing the ROI on it.
Right.
So, so I gave that up, and then Freeze is actually like, man, he had to stop rapping for a minute. I was like, man, Freeze, we got to add another element to our brand. He's like, I got it. I'm gonna start rapping again. He was like, but you're coming with me. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's go.
Let's go.
And it's like, man, it was a great push. And we're actually working on our second album right now.
That's awesome. When can we expect the second album to come out?
So I can't give you a secure date on it, man, but we're looking at summer.
All right. Y'all let us know. You let us know. We want to have y'all back on the show when you drop the album. You know what I mean? Y'all can't forget about the Lucas Tindell live show because y'all might be on some big shows and stuff. So.
Oh, man, bro, this is big to me.
Thanks.
Oh, this is big, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. At the beginning of that video, it had some stuff with eBay. I know you guys have done some work with eBay. What is that about? How are you guys? You guys just stealing their logos and stuff, or y'all had some official business with eBay? What's up with that?
We were signed to eBay for a year.
eBay ain't a record label, man. What are you talking about? What does signed to eBay mean? What is that?
Nah, man. They came to our city. First of all, they invited us to the secret meeting in our city. They sit down in this room. They're like, all right, we gotta make you sign this. You can't talk about stuff.
An NDA, a non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure agreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we signed it. Then they're like, look, eBay's coming to town. They're gonna sign a couple companies to this program called Retail Revival, and they're gonna help you guys grow your business. And then they're not gonna charge you for it. I'm like, what? Like, are you serious? Right. I lean over to Freeze like, yo, they joking, right?
Wow.
He was like, nah, it's on the paper, bro. I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Retail Revival,
where they go into small businesses and they revive them, man. The small business, people who don't really realize, small business is actually big business.
Right.
There's no way around it. You can't. We're the backbone of every infrastructure across America or across the world. Without small business, big businesses won't be able to thrive as much as they will because we're the ones using their products, selling their products, or making their products secretly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think
So
that's so important. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so we signed on for a year to be with eBay,
Hmm.
and one day they're like, all right, they fly us out to eBay headquarters, and
Frank said, "Hold up." I mean, Freeze said, "Hold up, Freeze. Let me make sure
I
your
can't
mic is
I
working."
can't I can't even hear them.
I know I can't freeze. I think your mic is off. So you there, Freeze? All right, I don't know. It dropped off. It dropped off. You may have to go back out and come back in. You try that.
But no,
All right, I will kick y'all off the show quick. I mean, hey, your mic's not working. Get out of here. You gotta go, man. You're messing up my show. Get your internet together. You gotta go. All right, so it's
so
all good.
so my memory serves me correctly. Is he back?
I think
Oh,
so.
he's back.
Freeze, we hear you. Okay,
I
go
can
ahead.
hear you,
Keep
Freeze.
talking.
Hello.
Yep. You
All
back,
right. So
Freeze.
what I missed, bro?
Oh, so you missed the they came to Akron and they had this big it was kind of like a 1 day training
Oh yeah.
type of thing. So we I came to Frank and I had a new idea for another
Oh, I
shirt,
forgot about that.
which was like our logo in the eBay colors. So like we went there and we wore it and we sat right in the front. So like they had like the top executives there
I'm gonna throw
and
this up here. This is what
they
y'all talking
started.
about
That's
right
it.
there?
Yeah.
Man, that was smart. So this was just something you thought of one day, like we're going there with our seventh floor clothing on, our stuff with their brand colors on.
Yep.
Wow, Freeze, tell us about that.
Um, so from there, they asked about us, like, who is these guys with these shirts? And they sending pictures of us back to corporate, and that's when they sent for us and invited us out and stuff like that.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome. I love the creativity. As artists, okay, people in the music business are called artists. People who are creative and can draw, paint, whatever, they're called artists. It sounds like you two are both artists in a lot of ways, even artists when it comes to manufacturing, sales. I've been to your office. I've been to the seventh floor, and I've been to the basement. I've seen where the production happens. I've seen where you guys do your work. It is incredible to think you guys have put these two things together. You, Freeze, tell me a little bit your thoughts about art. I know you're a guy that I know you're both into art, but you're the guy that usually sits down with the pad and the pencil, and you start sketching stuff up. You start seeing these visions. What's the deal with being an artist?
Well, I was a single child for the first 10 years of my life, so
Hmm.
I would need to have some outlets, and one of
Okay.
my outlets was, when my mom bought me crayons and cardboard and stuff like that, I used to just sit down and create and make all the stuff that I didn't have. So, for example, I used to watch wrestling, so I always wanted one of those replica championship belts,
Uh huh.
but my mom would never buy me one, so I cut one out. I drew it on the cardboard, I cut it out, and I taped all the pieces together, and then I took it outside, and me and my homeboys we'll fight for it. One of them just brought that up to me like a couple of weeks ago, like, you remember you made that championship belt,
That's
and
hilarious.
I had forgot all about it, but yeah, that was the type of stuff I used to do. So that's how it started for me.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it started by making cardboard championship belts. You wasn't playing around. So Frank, what about you? How did you get into? Tell us a little bit more about the manufacturing side. You actually do the pressing of the shirts and things like that. Tell us how did you get into that?
So I was working at this factory, man. They fired me. They they fired me. I'm like, man, I'm sick of being fired. I'm sick of having to get up. I'm sick of going to lunch when they tell me to go to lunch. I'm sick of doing what everybody else is telling me to do. I've been doing this since kindergarten. I'm tired of rules. So I purchased my homeboy's t-shirt machine, and uh, I had learned how to use it from watching at my cousin's print shop. My cousin's the print shop here in Akron, graffiti print shop,
Okay.
cousin Russell. So I used to go over there and fold shirts whenever he needed me, man. And but I was watching, I was watching. So I brought my own little t-shirt machine, man. I figured it out because it was nothing like his, because it was on the way scaled down level. But I used it like it was professional, man. I just built my clientele from the basement,
Love it.
like local rappers and whoever was doing something, man. I was giving great deals on t-shirts. I was learning at the same time, like, look, man, if you buy the shirts, man, I got the ink.
Wow.
So I give them a
Man,
great deal on pressing it, man. And my dad's basement, my mom's garage, back to the basement. You know how that go through that shuffle when you starting your business, right? So like,
right.
you ain't really making no money for real. You just doing a lot of content. You
Right.
doing a lot of
Right. But
you doing a lot of content, so you can keep your name going. Because at this point where you're doing this stuff, man, you got to make sure your name's out there. So
Right.
I grew the whole business, man, from day one on Facebook, man. Just
that's
using Facebook
incredible.
and using my skills, man. And but at the same time, I was learning how to do taxes at the same time. So I would leave from doing taxes to go home to print T-shirts. 'Cause I wasn't getting paid doing taxes, man. I was like some kind of like weird internship they had me stuck in, but
It was all
You
bad.
was getting
uh,
handled.
You was
I
getting
was
used and abused, my man.
I was oh man, bro. Everybody looking at me crazy. Child support want their money. My dad wanted his rent. Everybody wanted everything. It came to a point where everybody had their hand out and I had nothing to give them
Right.
but a t-shirt.
Right. That's amazing, man. I
Yeah,
love it. I love that you started in the garage and so many other businesses, Disney, Apple, Microsoft. We hear about these big businesses that started in the garage. Amazon, Jeff Bezos was boxing boxes in his apartment on his floor, going to the store,
man.
buying stuff, shipping it to people. Zappos buying shoes, selling it to people. You started in the garage, man. I want to show a little clip of a little news, a time when you guys were on the news and you guys said this thing turned around quick. They found out some of the success you were having. They called you and they said, "Let's go. Let's check this out."
And a picture that he posted on Instagram. Channel 3's Jasmine Monroe has the story.
That's right. One local business is now working around the clock after LeBron James posted a picture wearing this hat on his Instagram. It's a picture worth hundreds of thousands of likes on Instagram. LeBron James sporting a new version of his favorite hat. This time, Kermit has a crown on his head and a trophy in place of his T. And that hat was created by Akron's own 7th Floor Clothing.
I could see it in my mind exactly how I wanted it to look. I got on the computer and, just started doodling and it came out nice.
The dynamic duo, Frank Miller III and Preston Clark, were at lunch when they first got word that the hat went viral.
One of my good friends, Dre Day, he inboxed me. He was like, "Yo, this your hat?" I'm like, "Yep, that's it." I was like, I showed Preston. He was like, "That's not real."
But not only was it real, it was viral, and having LeBron support their business meant everything to the two designers from Akron.
He's from the struggle. He understands what goes on here, and it's not easy making it out of here. So for him to put that hat on not once but twice on his Instagram, that really meant a lot to us, and like we really, really appreciate that.
So if you want a hat like LeBron, all you have to do is go to 7thfloorclothing.com to get your very own hat. Reporting from the Akron Camp Mobile Newsroom, I'm Jasmine Monroe, Channel 3 News.
Gentlemen, that's awesome. Awesome right there. Again, getting some love on the local news. So that was really cool. That's a local Cleveland station. For those of us from Northeast Ohio, we're very familiar with those Cleveland stations. Super excited that you guys had that opportunity. And you guys had opportunities to be in some big publications. Again, New York Times and USA Today and Inc. Magazine. And how does that work? I posted a picture earlier of one of the Jenners, Carly, one of them Jenner girls on the front cover of the magazine, and you guys' article was right in there. How did those opportunities come about?
God.
Yeah, definitely God. Definitely God.
We got a routine every day when we come to the office. Before we do any business, even if it's a customer there or a client, we go in the office, we read the scripture out the Bible, we pray, and then we do business. And that's the key to the success. So for all the entrepreneurs that's trying to do it themselves, you can't do it yourself. You got to tap into that higher power,
Love it.
to that
Love it.
word.
I love it. I came to their office. We were doing some business together. I go to their office. Shout out my daughter Shanti was with me. Me and Shanti rode up to 7th floor. I'm like, you got to come meet these guys. You know, you got to bring your kids around to see successful people because you want your kids to be successful. I said, I'm going to bring my daughter with me. She'll be cool. She'll be on her phone. But she was actually secretly taking pictures. No, she was in there having a good time, hanging out
Right.
and learning. And she got to see something. But they said, before we get started, man, we gotta pray. And I'm like, I'm a man of faith. I'm a man of God. But I'm also a person who respects that in business settings, a lot of times, that's not how people get down. That's fine. Just because we didn't pray over the meeting doesn't mean I haven't prayed over my life and my family and my success and the success of the business we're doing. But to get with these guys in a business setting, they didn't know me that well, and they start pulling out a Bible and talking about. I think they had me read the scripture. They turned the Bible and read the scripture right there, and
Yep.
they prayed. I was like,
Yeah,
these
man.
dudes is different. So
That's how we get down, man.
that's awesome,
You know,
man.
it's 7-4. It really stands for God as our foundation. So the number 7 is the holy number, and
Love
our
it.
foundation is God. So we started from the floor up.
Love it. So God was your initial answer, which we appreciate. Represent God was the reason that you guys got your foot in the door. You got eBay, you got these other opportunities, you're on the news, you got LeBron, and now again, these huge people aren't just randomly in the New York Times. People from Akron, Ohio, unless your name is LeBron James or Steph Curry or something, you're not in the New York Times, you're not in Inc. magazine. There's a million
Forbes.
entrepreneurs out there. They could have picked anybody. How did you guys end up in those spaces?
Man, we did a collab on the cassette. You know, LeBron was leaving at one point, right? So we did a shirt that said "Stay Home 23." It was a whole campaign. We're trying to get LeBron to stay home.
Uh-huh.
It's
It didn't
so
work, but it got us. It got us what we needed, though.
it
Wow.
got some great exposure. So um, we had partnered with All Star Sports to put the clothes inside the mall, which was never done before by anybody from Akron. So we're inside Summit Mall, got a whole display. Our pictures are up in the windows. It's a whole huge campaign.
Big
And
7-foot tall pictures of us with these shirts.
yeah, yeah, man. Like you can
Uh,
see all the little kids from the area there looking up at the posters like, yo, I know these guys.
wow.
Like I see these guys in the neighborhood. And it was like for kids to see that, like, man, it just blows their minds to the point like, look, I could do that too.
Wow.
But back to the story. Um, I'm asleep, and the manager from the store calls me. He was like, "Yo, I need you to take this call." I'm like, "Who is it?" He's like, "New York Times." I'm like, "Man, shut up!" I hang up. They, the guy from New York, guy from New York Times calls me back. He's like, "This is such and such from New York Times. I want to do a story on you guys. Can you be at the mall at 12 o'clock on a Tuesday?" I'm like, "I can come right now."
Right. I'm on my way. Let's go.
I call Freeze. And what you do, Freeze?
I hung up on him. Straight banged on him. I'm like, man, whatever, dude. Quit playing with me.
That's hilarious.
Playing games, man. Hung up on him. He called me back like, nah, man, it's for real. We got to be there tomorrow at 12. I'm like, dang, I got to get a haircut. Man, all right. Well, we got to get it cracking. So the next day we get there and it's a photographer there with a big old camera. And, he like, yeah, I'm ready to shoot you guys and take down some notes. And we talked to him on the phone that day. We talked to him. He took some notes. He was real thorough with his article writing.
Mm-hmm.
So he put the article together, and it was like for the season opener for the Cavs that year. This was the year after they won the championship.
Okay.
So, it was just like, it was crazy, man. And we had a feeling he was going to leave, and people thought we was crazy. Like, oh, he ain't going nowhere. He won the championship here.
Right.
You know? So.
But it didn't go like that. We all know what ended up happening, and still got
that
love for him.
campaign went super viral. I'm talking about every news outlet in America had that thing playing.
Wow.
We
Stay
made
home.
ESPN Sports Center.
Yeah.
They pulled the shirt up on the screen, like this group from this sports store from Ohio selling stay home shirts, trying to get LeBron to stay home, and it was crazy, man. New
That's
York Times, ESPN, the Bleacher Report. I got the notification because I followed the Bleacher Report on my phone,
right.
and I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, the Bleacher Report got our shirts on here. It's crazy.
That's incredible, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So you guys also had did some work with American Express. Now, American Express is the credit card of credit cards, right? I mean, American Express don't play, right? It's a big business. It's serious,
Big business.
and they're serious about their brand, maybe even more so than a lot of other businesses. So tell me how you guys ended up working with American Express, and more importantly, what work did you guys do with American Express? Did they just give you cards and say go shopping, it's unlimited, or was there something else going on? Tell us what happened with American Express.
So with American Express, they contacted us through the mayor's office.
Yep.
And they were like, we're doing a film about small business in America. We're looking for the perfect small business because their thing is shop small. They got a big campaign, shop small. They promoted all over the NBA finals and stuff like that. So it was the 10th anniversary approaching for Shop Small. So they're like, well, this year we're gonna do a docu-series, and we're gonna send a Hollywood film crew out. We're gonna follow you guys around for about 6 to 8 months and get your whole story. So they did that. They sent these guys out. We signed the contract first and foremost.
Right. Talk Three Frame Media.
Three Frame Media. Adam. What's his last name?
Can't remember his last name, but Adam, you are my guy.
Much love.
Great director, man.
Much love, Adam. So they followed you guys around. I remember when I met you guys told me the story. How long were they following you around?
It was
about 6.
Yeah, it's about 6 months.
6 months, guys. Like, that's serious, right? Like 6 days, some cameras, maybe 6 weeks. You probably gonna catch me, picking my nose, doing something stupid, eventually. 6 months, man. Like, that's a long time.
It was on and off.
Yeah.
It was on and off. Like they'll fly back to California, do some editing, come back, shoot us again. But they came one time, man. It was like -32 outside. Man. It was so cold.
They almost went back. Y'all, I was just trying to make sure y'all wasn't trying to be the Tiger King. I'm like, why y'all got so much video footage? Y'all was followed around by cameras. Okay, nothing crazy gonna come out on Netflix about y'all, right? Just tell me now.
Man, no.
Okay, y'all good. Okay. All right, let me shout out people who have, again, thank you all who are watching. Thank you all who have jumped in the room. My man Tyler jumped on YouTube. If anybody's having any trouble watching this broadcast, please jump on YouTube. YouTube is the best place to be. It's the best place to watch the broadcast live. So please check us out on YouTube at Lucas Tindell. Please also make sure you subscribe to my page. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the love. Derek Jones had asked, where can they find your clothing? And I did post it here, 7thfloorclothing.com. Gentlemen, 7thfloorclothing.com is the place to go to check out their clothing, their gear. People are excited to see you. Elisa, thank you for being on the show tonight. We really appreciate you. Lester Sanders was a guest just a few days ago. Shout out to Lester Sanders. He said, keep God first. Levitra Hampton, huge supporter of me and my wife, one of our great friends. Thank you so much for being here tonight. And again, Tyler has jumped from Facebook to YouTube, and my man is watching us on the screen. He's watching us on the TV, so that's real cool. Aunt Lane, Jessica Newman, thank you also for being here. Angela Hardesty, David Ford, Keisha Davis, Aaron, Poor, everybody who's on. Thank you guys so much.
David Ford, man. David Ford, my guy, man. All my frames is done by David Ford, man.
Okay.
Yep, mine too.
Yep, yeah. Big exclusive.
Ford all day.
Oh, is that right? That's his stuff right there? What are we talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, these is a good pair right here. These is made out of buffalo horn. So like when a buffalo dies in the wild, they take the horn and they use it to make little jewelry and glasses and all kind of stuff. So he made it. That's like a 1-of-1 pair right there. So shout out to
him, man.
He got the exclusives. He like, I got this off an animal that just passed out yesterday. Watch out.
Exclusive
Watch
right
out.
there.
Right.
They one of
Shout out
ones,
to
man.
David Ford, man. Shout out to David Ford. David Ford. Y'all have to connect me with David Ford. We want to represent him on the show. Let people know what he has. Let people know what he's doing. We love supporting businesses,
Sure.
especially small businesses here around us. So, all right, guys. So there's some new stuff going on right now. I want you guys to tell me a little bit about the clothing that you guys have going on right now. I see you guys have on the hats, shirts, social distancing. If people can't see, Freeze's shirt says socially distant. Shout out to
Oh
them
yeah.
finding a
Can't
way
see
to make a great product in this crazy time and make something that makes people laugh and makes people just feel good. And then if you see what he's holding up right there, why don't you show him that one more time? Let me pull it up. He's showing the mask right there, the 7th Floor clothing mask. Those are available at 7thfloorclothing.com. And those are selling like crazy. We talked about it earlier. I said my wife has been making masks and selling masks, and her mask business has been going great. And these guys said masks are going left and right for everybody who lives in Ohio and around the country. Most states are saying we're going to be wearing masks for a while. So you might want to get you more than one, because when your one mask get dirty, nasty, you done had it on. Ladies, your makeup's all on it. You may want more than one. So shout out to these gentlemen.
You can rewash our masks. They're reusable.
Absolutely. Reusable, washable. How much are those masks? If somebody goes to 7thfloorclothing.com, how much is it for one of those?
$10.
$10 holla. Get you one of them.
Sir.
7th Floor Clothing with the logo on it and everything. Awesome. You guys are maximizing the moment and meeting a need at the same time. I love it. So what else do you guys got going on now?
This is right it right now. This is it right here. The match is taking them on a whole different leg of the company of itself. It's a whole brand itself.
Hashtag mask 2020.
Crazy.
Right.
They selling like crazy. They selling right now while we talking.
That's hilarious.
Literally, right now while we're talking. This is like the frog hat on steroids, man. Like people, like you need a mask. There's no way around it, man. We're not just making just this one design. It's gonna be more designs coming down that we feel comfortable releasing.
Okay.
Especially going into the hotter months. You know, so you don't want to be walking around with a big super mask on when it's hot out, like 80 degrees outside. That's where I'm gonna pass out.
Out here with a Jason mask. Out here with one of the masks I used to get when Halloween came around and we couldn't afford a real mask. So I had the Dollar Tree boy. You couldn't breathe. You passed out at the neighbor's house. Yeah. Y'all don't want to do that to us.
Yeah, we try to make it more fashionable for one and usable. I see a lot of people making masks, but look at them like, man, we know you're not breathing through that mask.
Right, you got to make it just right.
Like, you gotta be able to breathe still. If you can't exhale or inhale to it, then you might be hurting yourself more than you're hurting yourself. I mean,
right, you're in bad shape, right? And then your glasses fog up. Then you walk into something, it's all bad. You walk out into traffic because your glasses all foggy. You done got hit by a car. Did you know Corona? No, they got hit by a car because of their mask.
They hit by a car because of their mask. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We don't want that to happen. So, fellas, let me play. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions for these guys, please start putting your questions in the comment section. We'll take a few questions before we wrap up tonight. I want to show one more video from these gentlemen for us to enjoy tonight. Something else they shared with us here for our enjoyment, seeing the talent that these brothers bring. Let's check out this video right now from 7th Floor Entertainment. Dream.
Yeah, Dream.
Dreams rule. Dreams.
This bad boy got Louis da Silva in it, Fast and Furious.
Dreams rule everything around me. Praying for success, pulling up, looking saucy. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dreams rule everything around me. Praying for success, pulling up, looking saucy. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. voices in my head telling me to succeed. Me and God had a chat, then I got off my knees. Then LeBron rocked my hat, that just made me believe. Just some kids from the act, we could do anything. In the SS with Frank trying to lock up a imp. Entrepreneur of the year, smell the tropical scent. David Ford shades on, but my third eye bare. We can all make it out with one good idea. Yeah, I grew up on the crime side with mob ties. I cut fake friends like the leaves on a bonsai. Trump got elected, this the art of the deal. I don't sleep, so it make my dreams harder to kill. Dreams roll everything around me. Praying for success, pulling up, looking saucy. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dreams rule everything around me. Praying for success, pulling up, looking saucy. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all. Dream get the money, $100 bill, y'all.
Oh, mamas, I wanted to make my mama proud. I was running the streets trying to lock it down. Figured out I went the wrong route. So I got with freeze, I pushed and went all out. I'ma grind till it's time to see heaven's door. Started in the basement, now we on the 7th floor. Corner office, 8-ball, corner pocket. When you come from the bottom, failure is not an option. We had a dream to make cream and we got it popping. No sleeping on the grind, we just gotta lock in. Leave it to us to be living proof, to kick the truth to the young black youth.
Dreams roll everything around me. Praying for success, pulling up.
Fellas,
Look, it's sauce.
that
Yeah,
was
shout out Louis De Silva. He was actually, if you remember the Nike commercial where they was dribbling the ball and passing it and doing all the tricks, he was the one that was in the commercial.
wow. How did you guys hook up with him? That's him right here. He's at the end of the video, man. How did that play out, fellas? First of all, again, multi-talented artists. You guys are artists. You guys making videos that look like movies. You're making money. You're making masks. You're making moves. You're making it happen, fellas. How did you guys get hooked up with the guy you were talking about? He was in some of the Fast and Furious movies. He had a deal with Nike. How did you guys get hooked up with him?
We went to go see.
Yeah,
We went to go see Fast and Furious, and he was signing autographs, and we hit it off with him, and
Wow.
it just so happened that he was doing some real estate in the area, and we rapped with him, and he was like, "Yeah, I do tricks with the basketball, Louis Tricks. You remember me from the Nike commercial?" So we asked him, "Hey man, we getting ready to shoot this video.
Yeah.
We want you to do some of those tricks you did in that Nike commercial, the epic Nike commercial."
Right.
It came out. We did it at Hawkins Court, which is like in the heart of the west side of Akron.
Right.
And it came out nice.
Right. Man, that's awesome, man. Fellas, you guys have been incredible here tonight. The audience has been showing a lot of love. People have been excited to hear your story. It's been excellent for the show here tonight. I'm just so glad to have you guys. Again, I want to shout out for everybody who wants to connect with them. Follow them on Instagram at 7th Floor Clothing, at 7th Floor Clothing, at I Am Freeze, and at Frank_Righteous, aka Frank Miller III, also known as Frank Righteous. We're so excited to have these guys. We also want to thank you guys for being on the show, and we want to invite you guys to become a part of our inner circle here at Lucas Tindell Live so you guys can continue to get the latest updates. Please make sure you text Lucas Live to 31996. We really appreciate it. We're really excited, and you guys are going to see some special deals. I'm going to talk to these fellas when we get off here and see what we can do about getting a couple masks to give away, and we're going to support their brand here at Lucas Tindell Live, and we're going to thank them for everything they've done and make sure we continue to put out great information. So, again, gentlemen, thank you guys so much. If you guys could give some parting words to our audience tonight just about pursuing their dreams, gentlemen, I just want to give you a couple minutes to give some words of wisdom to our audience.
Man, put God first. Me and Frank, we aren't the CEOs of the company. We made God the CEO of our company. So put God first. Make sure you communicate, expand your network, meet as many people as you can. Get out there. Prayer is the key, man. Just stay prayed up and just don't quit. Just don't give up, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, that's the main key, man. Keep God first and do not quit. I mean, it's gonna get hard some days, man, but trust me, on the other side of that day is gonna be a brighter day.
Excellent, fellas.
Go
Thank
be
you
great.
guys so much. Go Be Great is a part of the
Can't hear you,
brand.
bro.
They got to make it happen.
Freeze, can you hear me?
Go
Yeah,
Be Great.
go be great. Go be great is the album too. It's on all platforms. Just type in "Go Be Great" on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, and you can find the music there. And the clothes at seventhfloorclothing.com.
Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Thank you to our
I
entire
can't hear Lucas.
audience, everybody out there. We really appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. To Frank and Freeze, they've been wonderful guests. If you're watching this by replay, thank you for staying with us. If you've been here with us live, thank you guys so much. If you've joined the Inner Circle, look forward to hearing from us with some special recipes from yesterday's show, as well as some special information about tonight's show. You guys have been a wonderful, wonderful audience. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.